Jaco, awesome having you here on the trip. If you guys want to, you can click up above where Jaco and Ryan explain what they found on the buyer's trip. You know, you and I have been working together since about 2005. In the process have become great friends. But you know, it was a real honor and a privilege to share with you what's happening on the ground here. But for those people back home, what was your experience? What is happening in the market? What did you think of the 4 different areas? Basically, you know, tell us just a little bit about yourself firstly in terms of your experience in South Africa, because you've been doing investment probably a long time, but how does it relate to what you found on the ground here?
Absolutely. I've been doing investment property for the last 11 years. I've helped plenty of clients invest. I invested myself. So for me, it was actually an opportunity to come and see a new country. It was a new opportunity that we are investigating. From my side, it's the first time we came here to look around for properties, unlike yourself, and what I heard from you was so enticing that I just had to come. So what I found, firstly, in New York was fantastic. That is great for the wealth migrate prospects that we have. I think we're going to do fantastic returns there. It will definitely be, the position is fantastic as well. Hoboken and the places that are surrounding that is fantastic. I think that is a huge opportunity for somebody that want to invest in the wealth migrate concept. So that was number one for me. New York is obviously fantastic. That is a fantastic city. It operates well. It's got all the transportation. It's got everything that you can wish for. It is in New York. Very cold, unfortunately, while we were here.
Minus 10 degrees while we were there.
So beside that, it was great. And then the second one we went to was Orlando. That was Ray and Jeff on the ground there is fantastic. They are really guys that care, they want to help everybody. They want to make sure that they sell you the right property that suits you, either for cash flow or for capital gain. I definitely think they're the right guys there. The management is 100% on the ground, so they're sorting everything out for the clients, they're helping the clients. The bank accounts that we opened, that was really fantastic. The people at Wells Fargo is really fantastic. They're great. They help us and they care what we require.
It's almost an oxymoron to say that we met a bank manager that cares, but we truly did.
And then the third area that we went to was New Orleans. Now, initially, I was skeptical about Memphis. Sorry.
Memphis, yeah.
Memphis was the third one that we went to, and that was absolutely also an eye-opener for me. Number one, if you want to finance properties, there's finance available. The partners on the ground I'll rate them as the best out of the 4. So if you want to invest there, that's a great opportunity. The properties are still well priced, so the opportunity is just picking up now, and so there's lots of opportunity there for some capital growth as well. But mainly it's an income-based investment in that area, and there's lots of companies that have their headquarters there, and I think that's a great investment for the guy who has about $70,000 to $80,000 to invest in that property, and you can get finance there. So it's a great way to gear your property in that area. Or Atlanta, I must say, was one of the best I've ever seen. The areas are great, the houses are fantastic. The person on the ground is, RJ is really fantastic. I think he's the best guy that you can have behind you in this area. Management perfect, rentals perfect. I mean, one of our clients that was with us, Ian, he had his house, he bought it in December. It was rented straight away. We met the tenants, we went to his house, we saw the revamp of the house. It was absolutely fantastic. Every revamp that they do is great. So you can really put your trust in them and be happy to invest your money here.
And just tell me, you know, a lot of people at home are making great money. Now, we always say it's easy to make, I think it's easier to make 9 Rand than $1, you know, but there are other concerns. You know, there's the Rand and the future of the Rand, and there's the political instability, and you know, for me, even something that's very important is the fact that when my tenant doesn't pay, I'm treated like I'm the criminal, you know, when I'm trying to get the tenant out of the property, and these are things that make me want to look internationally. But for someone who's got so much experience locally, what were the comparisons, what were the pros and cons of what's happening here versus what's happening at home?
I think the number, Ryan said it in the previous video that you can also watch. In that video he said that 20% was about the purchase and investing your money here. 80% is of the management of that income and your tenants that you have here, and the management of the property repairs and all those things. So on that 80%, in South Africa we have a common thing that happens is that tenants don't pay, they pay late, things like that. In this case, it's definitely not the case. If the tenant doesn't pay, they get instruction from the owner, they get the tenant out in 21 days, no problems. Rental is paid before the 3rd of every month, otherwise they pay late fees, and they do actually pay these fees. The management agents are on, if you need information, you just pop them an email, they sort it out immediately. If they can't sort it out over email, they'll phone us, sort it out over the phone, make sure that they are happy, because they want to have our South African money spenders there. They want them happy. They want our investors to trust them and to be happy to invest more money there.
And I mean, as a whole, you know, it's a long way away. It's a big country. You know, you're sitting in South Africa, you're like, bloody, I couldn't even point to America on a map. You know, but what was your feeling just on the ground of the economy and the property opportunity as a whole?
I'm proudly South African, but I really have to say we stay in a third world country compared to America. That is a fact. Everything works. The airports are immaculate. The transport is fantastic. The roads is great. The people is great. So it's really, really fantastic. Things don't drag on. You know, we have to say African time, saying in South Africa, but there's not American time here. American time is do it and do it now, and do it as quickly as possible, and do it as good as possible. So I definitely think they are 100%. We can invest our money here. The opportunity on the ground I see as phenomenal. We are just as the market is coming up now, it's showing the signs. We just saw the newspaper today again of the signs of stock.
Just for the record, 6-year lows in repossessed properties coming to the market. You know exactly what you're talking about.
Absolutely, that shows you that people are able to pay their mortgages. They're able to come back into the market. Unfortunately for the Americans, they cannot get finance at the moment. So that's why we here to invest our money so that they can rent properties from us. And that is a fantastic opportunity. We also saw the property prices rising rapidly. After the 2 buy strips before this, there was properties at lower prices, but they are just the demand is phenomenal. Also the funds, all the pension funds and the big funds that have lots of money. You know, we spoke to RJ about one that had $600 million to spend in residential property, and they're just buying everything that they can. But our partners has been able to cherry pick all these properties and make sure that we can have that stock. And to state what RJ also said, we are the only company that is working outside of South Africa. So we're the only guys that can access it with those properties in that land.
Perfect. Well, it's been awesome, and look forward to helping you take advantage of this opportunity.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.